Gonna hit everybody with a quick yow. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to BLANCTV. Never before heard opening for BLANCTV history. We have RGL Season 4 main, week number 1, coming to a close here with this Saturday Night Live matchup between Panty Raid at 10:30 and the Portland Burnsiders. I am your host, Terry, of course, and I'm joined by the one, the only, Eckstein.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So,
Let's go.
I am pretty excited to cast this for a plethora of reasons. One such reason, I get to cast alongside you, my friend. I mean, I've watched XTV since I first started playing comp, so I mean, this is like, this has been a long road to get to this point, but here we are.
Nice.
I mean, obviously, the 503 boys, this is your squad. You're like the coach slash, I don't know, CEO, basically.
Yeah, I was player manager last season. Now I'm just manager slash CEO slash rap singer. I don't know, whatever.
You
we put
do
out
it
a song
all,
last
dude.
season. Yeah, it was fun.
Hop it, don't drop it.
Yeah.
You got the hot sauce. You got the pasta.
Yeah, hot sauce on the way for sure.
A man of many talents. But real quick, let's run down these rosters. I'll bring you guys through Panty Raid at 10:30. We have Tanline and Pancake on Scout, Syntax and Yanni on Soldiers, Death to Cats. I can't appreciate that alias, but he's playing demo. And Pouncer 333 on the Medic. Eckstein, why don't you run down your boys for the audience?
Yeah, for sure. Our boy Rain of Light not going to be able to make it tonight, so we're actually getting a sub from the Portland B-Siders, our squad that's in intermediate. So Squish will be stepping up to the plate tonight as our flank scout. We'll be joined by Overheal, who's been a long-time player for us on Medic, on Soldier, now on Scout, pounding in that pocket position. Bot Boy playing with us tonight, stepping in as kind of a ringer for us, but we really appreciate we played with him on Thursday night as well, but just a temporary thing. He still pounds, so watch out for Bot Boy, Pocket Soldier. Then on Roamer, we got my boy Fletcher, and well, he was like raised on a payload race high tower, and Market Gardner has come into fashion, and Fletcher is one of those guys that's showing off how to do it right. So keep your eyes out for that. And then we're going to have Omega Rusty on the Demo Man. I started playing with Omega Rusty a couple seasons ago, and he is certainly on on explosive rise upwards in Demo Man class. He's got mentoring him Grape Juice the Third, stepping into the medic position for the Portland Burnsiders. We were chatting, we were teasing each other on Twitter, poking at each other. And then Grape Juice was like, "Yeah, dude, I totally would be down to play medic for you guys." And like, you know, he was like employee of the month, team leader at McDonald's. Like, how could you pass that up, dude? Like, how could you pass that up? So, I know the man knows how to work with a squad, and we're excited to cook it up with him.
What I'm also excited are these slick new unis that hopefully the stream is viewing right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I messed something up, but I think we're good. We got the Burnsiders in the beautiful blues, and then Tanline squad Panty Raid in the purple, looking fresh. I mean, both these teams, also forgot to mention, both these teams 0-1, so you know these guys are hungry for that first dub of the season.
It's true.
I know the Burnsiders, they played Jaguar Fiends team 5-3, so I mean, quality loss if you want to call it that, because Jaguars teams have always been, very, very competitive at the top end of main, so
Yeah, we were pretty happy with our first half. We were less happy with our second half, for sure. But at the same time, it was a good game against Jaguar Fiend, and that team certainly earned the 4-0 second half that rolled them into the 5-3. So it is what it is.
We're still 3-1 first half, huh?
Yeah.
That's rough.
We're still tightening some bolts on the machine, that's for sure. But I'm excited about where we are, and I mean, I think as well, when you look at the main division overall, I think that we got a pretty solid week 1 matchup, both in terms of like, okay, yeah, we lost 5-3 to Jaguar Fiend, but we saw how we could win against those guys. I'm expecting those guys to be towards the top of the division. And then Tanline, he was around grinding last season, So sort of the same story with his team. You know, it should be towards the upper end of this division. So
Right.
I'm glad that we're getting this early challenge. Although, yeah, hopefully we walk away 1-1 instead of 0-2.
Both these teams back for another season of main. You'll love to see it in TF2 when teams stick together. Yeah. Of course, you know, the Burnsiders, a staple. Jaguar Fiend teams, a staple. So it's all
Tanline's
about
kind of a staple, right?
Right, Tanline I saw a couple of seasons as well with mostly the same roster. So
I think last season, man, was like hype in terms of competition, and we're sort of at an interesting point with TF2. You know, I've had a lot of conversations with some people that have come back to the game lately. I think that TF2 overall has just got like a really good chill vibe of just being kind of a relaxed competitive esport, you know? And so it makes it really capable for a lot of people of different skill levels to just step in and play on a team and have some fun. And that's sort of where we were at in main division last season, where we're like, yeah, like we have a lot of experience. We got these great players. Like we're going to do great. And then like we're running into people that are like the same ×3, you know, and you're just like, shit, you know, like this is really serious, you know. And then it's like, we're just main. And then Div 2 and Div 1, and it's the same story. And of course, you know, Invite, you always have Froyotech at the top and NA, and you kind of have this shuffle, you know, that's going on beyond that. But sorry, I just distracted because I got subscribed to Terry WJ's channel.
Tier sub, crazy, dishing them out.
Tier 1 sub.
We got Grape Juice ready enough though, yeah, so I mean, Cajun. Predictions. What do you think? I should probably turn the Twitch alerts off. But predictions, what do you think? I mean, you know, a little inside baseball, but.
Yeah, certainly, you know, given some bias for sure, but I think that we could take it 5-2 or 5-3. You know, definitely give these guys some credit. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be a 5-4 game. I think that we'd be able to close it out better than that. But we'll have to see how it goes, of course. You know, you don't know until the game's live.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know much about the Tanline team, so I'm inclined to agree with you, but for the sake of, what's the word? Diversity. I'm gonna go put my vote for the Tanline team. I'm gonna say 5-4. I'm gonna say we're gonna get an action-packed Sunshine matchup.
Yeah.
And, I have no horse in this race. I just want to see some great TF2.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be hyped regardless. You know, definitely, we brought the game on, I guess it was Wednesday night. I had a lot of fun with that cast, but yeah, also definitely, unfortunately, I got like a little bit sadder as the night went on, you know. It's like, oh no.
So I feel like in terms of like players to watch, for example, again, I'll let you cover your guys, but I feel like for Red Team, for Panty Raid, it's got to be Syntax. But part of it, I'll admit, is just me not having the knowledge about some of the other players, but I've seen Syntax around, pretty capable soldier. Who do you think would be the players to watch on the Burnsiders here?
Well, I'll throw out as well, just for the Panty Raid team, Death to Cats, I think, is also one to kind of watch out for there. For the Burnsiders, definitely Fletcher with the Market Gardeners.
Oh yeah,
100%. But then beyond that, Bot Boy's had some great rockets, and Omega Rusty as well. Maybe some of his jump-ins are pretty crisp.
All right, but we are going to go live with the first mid here. Panty Raid at 10:30 in the red versus the Portland Burnsiders in the blue. I watched Death to Cats have a smooth rollout on the mid, very fast. The soldier is by his Tetris, but currently just not paying any attention to him right now. Rest of blue is flooded in slowly but surely through the choke. The health on blue is actually so much worse. And actually, I think this mid fight is actually already over. Just like that.
Burnsiders sort of going to try to play it cautiously at the end, but Fletcher is going to go down. So he was maybe thinking about a sack forward. Rest of the team is back. Syntax pushing forward into choke. But yeah, losing Rusty even a little bit late there in that mid fight, and Fletcher didn't necessarily have a great bomb to start things off.
Yep, so good news for blue though. Grape Juice did manage to stay alive. That's the other thing I want to say. I want to watch the Grape Juice medic cam, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, a legendary soldier in his own right. He's played at advanced level for the last couple of seasons. Now taking a break from soldier and just playing medic down in main. We'll have to keep an eye out on his heals, his uber management, his serfs. But right now it's just a classic last stalemate here. There's already a sniper on the field for the Burnsiders on the right side.
Yeah, that's going to be Squish on the side there working it.
Oh, Grape Juice with the drop. I was just about to say I saw him at 12 health after the aggression, but he gets taken down, and that's going to be a huge swing right now for Panty Raid.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And Panty Raid right now are going to be at least a little bit cautious, not too eager. They're anticipating maybe some sort of sack play to try to draw things a bit more even. Fletcher going with the commit there to try to force a pop. There's a pyro out on the side.
Yeah, and it looks like, well, red team peeked him out, so they know that the pyro actually exists. Here comes this Uber. The pyro is doing a pretty good job denying.
Yeah.
Nice little delay there. Will go down, but oh, there's cap time. Pancake is on it, just trying to bully the blue players away. But 2 projectiles on the point. Grape Juice going down again here. Oh, but now it's 4v3. Red still has heals. And oh my goodness, Fletcher with a nice 3K at the end, trying to save it.
Oh, he was out
so
of rockets
close
there. Yeah, Pouncer fragging over heal, so might not have mattered too much. Burnsiders close on that hold, but yeah, again, Grape Juice dropped, and then I didn't quite see what happened on the fight. I was watching the other side of it, but going down as well there. The Burnsiders are trying to hang on.
All right, so another mid here. Pretty convincing quick round after the drop, but hey, it's just one round. Plenty of game left to play here. As we see red team take a very aggressive push through the other team's valley side right now. I mean, soldiers are kind of just flying around the place. Now things are slowing down a little bit, but now it's blue team with the health advantage, and Overheel's going to start things off with a pistol kill onto Yanni. And I mean, look at the health on red. It's just all in the red, and they're just stuck by Cafe. Overheal goes down, but they should pick up maybe a third. Oh, there's just so much fighting going on. Syntax picks off
There
a
we
player. Pouncer goes down. Now it's blue team with the heals. Fletcher on bell tower, just protecting his medic.
Oh,
so close at the very end.
Yeah, the Burnsiders maybe not being able to focus their kind of projectiles and finish these kills off quickly enough to be able to protect Grape Juice. Rusty coming in from the opposing side's Cafe kind of catches him off guard. He gets some more splash damage. There is a scout back there, but they finish off the soldier. Tan line will go medic hunting, but Robo does have some eyes on him. Goal! That would have been a sweet double there. Squish will finish off the kill anyways.
So as the dust settles, Portland Burnsiders will, keep control of mid for now, but they are staring, as you said, about 30% disad here. In fact, they're not even going to care, though. They're just going to bully straight through choke. The rest of red is playing very safe, and now the stickies got knocked off the lighthouse, so I think blue will be able to take second. But this Uber is coming up on Pouncer, though, so that's something they got to be careful of when red decides to get aggressive.
Yeah, I do kind of like this push, but then again, I play kind of aggro and crazy sometimes. I think that push did sort of throw off Panty Raid. They were like, what's going on? I thought we were supposed to be the aggressors, because they did have ad there and they could have just held second, but it was a pretty well timed dry push.
Yep, and now Burnsiders have taken in control of lobby. This blue soldier flooding in on the left, he will just get cleaned up, pretty much a sack, although Death to Cats was very low. Yanni also super duper low. 12 health, manages to get the pill bottle. He's going to be a-okay once he hits the resub. Who are the off classes? I was going to say if Rain of Light was here, I would have expected a scout to switch over to sniper, but he isn't. So who's going to be the playmaker in this stalemate?
Yeah, for sure on the Rain of Light sniper. I would say look for the Fletcher Market Gardener, because again, we had one round that was a Rain of Light back cap that was genius. On Wednesday, but the other 2 rounds were off of Fletcher Market Gardens that were really crisp. So he's going to be flying in at some point. They can't get in on one of the sides. Rotate through lower.
Ooh, I was about to say only off class tan line. Headshots Fletcher down to very low health. I see people in the chat asking about emotes. I'm working on it, fellas. I'm working on it. Gotta make my first Twitch bucks, just working my way on it. But right now we got this cast, we got the sniper sight line. Here comes the soldier Fletcher flying in. Nope, not able to get anything there.
Yeah, kind of skipped off. I mean, Market Gardener has just risen in popularity so much. Teams are really on the lookout for soldiers coming in with it. Syntax kind of slipping down low. Able to jump on Spire, jumping around decently. Will force the Grape Juice pop. Maybe could have held there, but certainly risky with the way that soldier was coming in at him. And soldier Robo trying to jump through this choke. It's mostly stuffed though, unfortunately.
Yep. So now massive Uber advantage in for Panty Raid. Fletcher was hanging around by dungeon, but the scout has snuffed him out. He's just going to retreat over to stage side. Let's see how Burnsiders play this, if they're going to sack one, maybe try and attempt a back cap. I think they should know that there was no sentry or anything to worry about, but I feel like, oh, Fletcher in a very precarious position.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he will get picked off, and I feel like rest of Burnsiders are just going to be content backing out of here. Oh, but here comes the Chariot Uber, the two scouts. This is 2020 TF2. They're chasing deep, but Robo's doing a great job kind of denying them, and actually with the help of Overheal picks off one scout. This second scout, Tantliner, takes another direct, and just like that, the two scouts go down. I mean, Red's gonna cap up Spire, but they're gonna have to give this up right away. Ooh, nice air shot by Syntax. Did you catch that too?
Yeah, and then Robo threw a rocket down to make sure that he didn't crater on his own. So doing a good job, again, Robo surviving. That fight certainly was a little nutty. Now it is Grape Juice with the advantage, trying to rotate in through lower right. Syntax getting picked off as well. 15 seconds on that time spawn timer. So certainly a great situation. Fletcher going in. I think he tried to spoon. Pouncer didn't quite get it. Robo down as well. So now the Burnsiders without their soldiers still going in. Scout getting shoved back from this Pyro who's still healthy. Rusty trying to put Stickies down on the point. Tries to jump back up towards Grape Juice. Can't get it. We'll be able to rotate out through Dungeon though. Not safely though.
Oh man, you hate to see it. Both the soldiers perhaps a little too over-eager getting in before their team, the rest of their team. So the Uber just, you know, there was too much for the Uber to do, and now second's gonna go down. Pouncer's coming up on that full Uber charge. Omega Rusty will get forward, so a chance to, you know, slow them down with some sticky spam. But otherwise, you know, Panty Raid's coming in hot.
Yeah, for sure. They're looking to push through choke with this. Haven't used it yet, but with one of their scouts. Oh, there's the drop though. Rusty gets it.
That's a huge sticky trap from the Demo Man on the Portland Burnsiders. Grape Juice being aggressed. Oh, they took their eyes off of their own medic for a bit too long. Syntax coming in hot. He has Grape Juice's number early on in this match, it seems.
Yeah, Syntax will sniff those out for sure. And right now, Squish is trying to finish off that soldier getting pushed back. Burnsiders still managed to get forward turf despite losing their medic.
Yeah, the Blue Scouts, they thought... Oh, Fletcher.
Yeah. Wow,
hello.
yeah, maybe need to be careful there, but Fletcher says, give me that medic. Take a scout as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Blue Scouts, they were kind of apprehensive, chilling by the other team's cafe for a little bit, but while I was staring at them, you know, Red Team should have been staring at Fletcher. Just put the medic and the scout in his back pocket. Now it looks like Blue's just going to try an off-Uber push, although this Pyro is looking to ruin their day along with the Heavy, so the Highlander classes are coming out in full force from Panty Raid. Yanni does go down. Doesn't look like any other aggression is going to be coming out of the Burnsiders just yet. They have a pretty decent advantage to work off of, you know, 15% is certainly pushable, and they are just bullying their projectiles on the left side. They aren't really getting much though. Here comes the soldier. Actually, never mind. Overheal 4K for him. Picks off Syntax. Oh, but nice bomb from Yanni. Picks off the demo.
Yeah, Creepsy's trying to get arrows over towards Fletcher. I think Overheal 8-1, and then Fletcher dodged the other one. Fletcher gets on point. He's going for a spoon. Yeah, that would have been a big one, but he just needed to be scratched to get taken out. And like the push from the Burnsiders, they didn't use their Uber charge, so they're still going to have that to defend second. I don't have the greatest of numbers here, but Grape Juice is trying to connect with some explosive classes here. Oh, Soldier coming in puts a lot of damage on Grape Juice. The whole combo for Panty Raid is out here though, so this Uber charge, well, it's really interesting positions. The teams have kind of swapped sides. Panty Raid now over on the mid side of things. Burnsiders are trying to cap, but they also realize that the real fight's going to go down on mid. So they back up, and Overheal gets out. Rusty's stuck in a weird position.
Yeah,
though.
He's in their lobby. He's gonna kill the soldier. So it's a pretty free soldier kill, and I mean he could just you know, negotiate an escape here through Valley.
He's getting
Syntax
back into the
goes
fight.
down too.
And Rusty's coming in from behind. He's right behind Pouncer on Tetra's side. Puts big damage. Pouncer uses.
Oh, and now Pouncer's looking
and
a
Robo
little
gets
lost.
the kill on Death to Cats. Robo will escape as well. Burnsiders flipping things around now.
And just like that, big play from Omega Rusty. That's like the second one. And now Grape Juice, 85% advantage. They're going to be looking to roll right back in and again leapfrog. Very, very hotly contested second round here. You'll love to see it. I'm using it right now. What is Death Cat's talking about? Oh, the phlogistometer, of course.
Yanni getting close on Cafe side. Maybe should just stayed up top. Other soldier bombing in though, gets overheal and the pop. Rusty going through choke, trying to get Sticky's past. Looks like there's a soldier.
He thought about jumping in there. He thought about it.
Yeah. And the counter push will be coming out here. The Burnsiders trying to finish this cap. They don't have eyes on Cafe though, really. Robo bombing around, gets a pretty decent damage. Pancake trying to push it for Grape Juice. Grape Juice extremely low. Can he get to the health pack? So far dodging and he gets it. He's gonna stay alive. Syntax has gone down. Pancake cleaned up. Fletcher going for the spoon. He hits it.
Live on stream. He got it. He also killed the soldier earlier as well, so nicely done by him. And now looks like the rest of the Burnsiders just cleaning up this fight. This should be a free second and disgusting advantage to attack last with.
Yeah, they're pushing into seconds already. Death to Cats just setting up a trap on the balcony area.
Yeah, look at this. 100% Uber for Grape Juice. Pouncer coming up on 10. And what are the off classes coming up from Panty Raid? They actually have 0 right now. I can't imagine that they're going to let that stay. You know this is... Yeah, there we go. Syntax on the Pyro now. So we've seen a lot of Pyro and not a lot of NG. I feel like Sentry Gun, a 7th player, as Marxist would say, wouldn't be a bad help. But here comes this Uber in. Omega Rusty has stuffed them in, except the Pyro has stuffed the Medic out. And Omega Rusty just baiting the point right now. The Pyro finally goes down. Unfortunately, too much separation from Omega Rusty and Grape Juice. But Blue are getting the frags.
Death to Cats gets into a spawn with just a sliver of health, but can't stop the overheal capture. Grape Juice with a saw to the back as well at the end of the round there.
And there we go, just like that. We have a 1-1 game. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you want to watch on this next mid-X time?
Probably go from Fletcher to Rusty. Rusty's actually gonna have a better... Oh, no, there goes Fletcher through mid. He's pretty quick.
Doesn't really get anything though.
Flashy's back.
Looking for an arrow from his medic. Oh, he's not getting it. He's gonna actually have to get the pack, so I'm gonna turn my attention elsewhere. Blue is just... I mean, Red was just chilling in their choke, but they are able to pick off Omega Rusty. And now Overheal is, you know, in a world of hurt. 3 players shooting him.
Yeah, Fletcher gets some good spam. There is a Syntax behind. Robo gets the rocket on Pouncer 333 though.
Okay, so where is the Grape Juice cam? They gotta protect their medic here. They're actually just gonna go in with 2 scouts. Alright, we're gonna see how this works out for them. Oh, never mind. They decided against it. Just a tease for our audience.
Yeah. That's for me. That's a real big confidence play that I like to see. But it's good to just, you know, say, okay, well, we have the Uber. They can't hold anyways. And if they try to hold, then we'll just kill their medic, you know, during this push. So we'll see. Rusty looked like he wanted a flash, a lick of the Uber, and to jump in. They're going to just try to kite it instead. They lose Fletcher, but both the soldiers for Panty Raid are ripped up. So they're going to get out through Valley.
Yeah, just seemed like Fletcher bombed in, created the space for his team, and then he traded his life in order to give his team the point. They do still have Uber advantage to work off of. You know, Pouncer only at 75%, though they do have to get on their high horse if they want to go quick. They are working their way in through Valley. Here comes the Omega Rusty bomb. I can't get on his cam in time, but it doesn't look like he's fighting the demo in a 1v1. Oh, he's not going to be able to kill him, but maybe Overheal will clean him up. There we go. Death to Cat's down. Oh, but here comes this red Uber.
Yeah, great surf by Grape Juice on the Syntax bomb. Omega Rusty again, kind of stuck behind. He's gonna go for another cheeky trap play on Death to Cats.
Fletcher's in. Oh, he should crater here. Yep, Pancake will finish him off, and it's just Omega Rusty who does kill Death to Cats. Was that? Where was that?
Yeah,
oh,
that was back
behind
by
again.
He spawn trapped him again. Yeah. So
we'll
see it this time.
Again. 8 seconds up until Death to Cats.
Oh, he's going for Syntax.
Oh, there's a soldier now.
That's pretty funny though.
The roaming demo, man.
Yeah, the fight's going on mid, and again, Rusty's gonna be able to get out through choke. He's actually, or through Cafe, excuse me. Now though, he's in trouble as he comes out through Cafe, kind of left alone for a second there. Rusty does get the kill on Tan Line with a fadeaway pipe, the Kobe shot.
Dude, I just can't not watch this guy's cam. He's just putting out damage, making crazy plays, spawn camping the other team.
Yeah.
Now Fletcher, an avenue through Valley, he's just spamming rockets away at the other team. Oh, now he's getting
Syntax
counterbombed.
Gonna challenge that, yeah.
And he's just gonna have to jump away. He will escape with his life, and Amidst all that chaos there, X-Time, we have Pouncer with about 40% advantage in dwindling. So, I mean, the onus is on them. If they so choose, they can get in and possibly retake middle. Whether or not they'll have to use Uber is going to be, you know, time will tell.
They seem a little shook though, because it seems like they've lost track of the advantage that they have, and are just playing this passive right now.
Maybe either just didn't want to take a push, or, you know, miscalculated what the Ubers were. Regardless, we got a 3-2 stalemate in a 1-1 game. Oh wait, is this... I thought I saw a heavy, but I'm actually just going insane. I'm gonna go find the Fletcher cam. I hope he's one soldier was in. Yanni trying to bully Cafe as well.
Fletcher does come in now.
Oh. Soldier for soldier trade.
Yeah, I think they had a trap on the lighthouse though, as Fletcher goes down.
Oh, second soldier flying in. Trying to get on the soldier actually. Oh, and they will actually get the trade. So Robo for Syntax. Just again, another 2 for 2. A little bit of an aggression from the scout over by Valley. No get cleaned up by Pancake's pistol.
Probably a little overly aggro there from Squish, considering the other bombs were in. Fletcher was also kind of going for a wrap play. Pressure forward though. Crazy's. Oh no.
Oh no. Was that another? I think that was another drop, right?
Yeah, it might have been. I didn't quite see the sizzle on it. It did sort of look like he did. But I also don't think they quite had it yet.
Well, I mean, regardless, Pouncer did
no,
also go down.
Yeah, of course
so mid will get traded off once again in that possession of Panty raid, but Ubers will be pretty much dead even. I mean, I guess Grape Juice is working up at like 10%, but that is...
Burnsiders do have heal advantage locally. Syntax bombing into choke though. Grape Juice just gets stomped on by that soldier hiding. Syntax now will just crater down, going for a spoon. There is a sniper on the side of Panty raid, and with this odd situation, that sniper's going to come in handy. No heals for the Burnsiders. Anywhere that they come out of, they're going to be kind of weak, or just easily snipeable.
Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like the storyline of this, you know, the first 20 minutes of this half so far has been just Burnsiders not able to protect Grape Juice so far. Syntax has, again, he's had his number. Oh my god, and he was peeking a sightline. Oh, there goes the scout. Squished down. Yanni is wreaking havoc on the sniper class right now. Meanwhile, Fletcher trying to go for the meme spoon, the market gardener, not able to convert it. And this will be second going down for Panty raid. I mean, oh, there goes Tanline to the Omega Rusty Trap.
Yeah, and then Syntax getting picked off by Robo as well. Nice trade there. 2 players down. Fletcher just is about to spawn. Rusty in a little bit of trouble, but we'll be able to back up. We've got Squish on Heavy Weapons guy covering him.
Overheal on Engineer as well. The first one we've seen of the night. So again, Panty raid electing to... Looks like they're going to let the 25% advantage go to waste here. But, I mean, you're the one, you know, setting the pace. You're getting ready to attack last. They can pretty much pick and choose what they want to decide to do here. But they will have to contend with this very, very Highlander-esque setup with the NG and the Heavy here. The Sniper will be the cam to watch as he peeks top left. He gets spammed immediately, so good job by Burnsiders, not giving him any free lanes. He's going to try on the right side, finds a soldier. Doesn't really convert anything. Syntax going down for the sack. Interesting decision to sack a soldier while you have a sniper.
I want to give a shout out to Yanni though for the color coordination, because they requested the purple outfits, and he's got the purple mask and the purple head crab on.
You're right.
Yeah, dude, he's styled out.
Increases his hit scan ability by 10% with the color coordination.
Right. The set bonus.
But here he goes, trying to peek top right again. He doesn't have a buff, so if blue spams this aggressively, there's actually nothing for... Well, he can shoot the sentry gun, and he's actually just going to pick it apart by the sliver of sight line there. And now perhaps maybe give Syntax another shot at the bomb on top of Grape Juice. He's killed him a bunch of times. Why not try again?
Yeah, again, as you said, that is kind of this situation here. The onus of action is on the offensive team. They have the sniper, so, you know, that's just an easy kind of outlet for that. Grape Juice has sort of isolated himself into the corner here. It's not necessarily ideal with the sniper super close there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Burnsiders are just doing a really, really good job at shutting down these chokes, not giving Yanni any free real estate. He does have a chance to shoot Fletcher there, but again, just nice jukes, nice rocket spam, and we're back to square one here.
Yeah, they're kind of posted up in lobby here. 8.5 minutes left on the clock in this first half. 1-1 the score line.
So, I mean, I'm just going to keep it on the Yanni cam. There goes the headshot. Ooh. Fletcher down to 23 health. He's going to peek really aggressive now. He has a chance on Grape Juice. Grape Juice is going to have to force their aggression from red, combined with a sniper sightline. Forces the Burnsider medic, and now Pouncer is already out of lobby, regrouping with the rest of his team. They're gonna, they're gonna try and take the lead once again here. It looks like Death to Cats and his scout going in through the top right. Here comes this Uber. I mean, they haven't really dealt with the heavy. Okay, never mind. Spoke too soon. As I mean, the rest of red trying to crash another point. Grape Juice with a beautiful surf to escape the soldier pressure. Unfortunately, again, just Syntax causing havoc. And now it's a 3v2. Red team has heals. Oh man, valiant effort, but I mean, finally, you test the sniper one too many times and he's gonna actually get something.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it was also the team play there because the sniper hit the damage and Fletcher was kind of limping away, and then the whole team moved in there rapidly, so nobody really could get punished for that as they finished off that kill. And some noble attempts from the Burnsiders. Oh no, Rusty does go down quick. Yanni skipping off the Tetris. Gets that early Devilman frag. Fletcher contesting Syntax on Spire. Squish trying to help with that. Syntax limps away though. Scout super low. Dodging rocket spam though. Robo going down. Burnsiders backing up.
Fletcher got the spoon kill onto Pouncer though. So I took my cam off him because I saw him 50 health on Bell. I was like,
that's what happens.
Yeah, the reverse camera curse. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't watch them and they go huge. So now Grape Juice, 70% and counting. Syntax is in a very sneaky position in the other team's cafe right now. So if they push, hopefully they will check their corners. But right now, in the meantime, Portland Burnside is just building up the rest of that Uber. We're gonna be taking note of which door do they decide to go. If they don't go cafe, Syntax could just
he
flank
backed
from
up.
behind. Oh, he did back up.
Yeah.
A little bit of a lag there.
Yeah, I think it's just a lag, Spies. Yanni jumps forward into choke. Does force the Uber charge to be popped here. Rusty jumping all the way into spawn. There are two players behind. Yanni in tan line going for the back cap. The ×3. Burnsiders aren't stacking. They have to go back. Yanni blocking though.
Yeah, beautiful job by him. Just denying the rest of blue trying to get back in through the choke. Is this scout just headed right to last?
Now
Robo
he is.
on
Yeah,
last,
Robo's there.
so it's going to be a 1v1 Tanline versus Robo, although Fletcher is trying to sandwich him. And Tanline looks like he will just sneak right back out of there through the top left. No harm, no foul for Panty raid. But if you're the Burnsiders, that was a very, very unfortunate sequence of events there. Back to last you go, not to mention facing 50% Uber disad.
Yeah, the push outs have been kind of tough. The Burnsiders have just sort of had problems finding people with their Uber charges, or just sort of getting forced to pop so early that they're just like, this is awkward. And then that was also just an excellent back cap by the soldier and scout. So definitely Burnsiders on the back foot, but 30% here. Pouncer is looking to get in, do the choke. The Pyro is there close. Squish pushing players back. Both soldiers are down for Panty raid, and the sentry gun's still up with a lot of damage on Pouncer. Death to Cats is
playing the point
by
though.
the point. The scout is there.
You hate to see that from the defenders.
Yeah.
That will take us to the half 3-1 in favor of Panty raid.
Yeah, I mean, a tough half for the Burnsiders. I think they definitely have some things that they can chat about to make some adjustments, As you mentioned, probably most of it is just kind of protecting Grape Juice, making sure that they're looking out for the bombs over the top, right?
The other thing I was going to say, I'm going to bring up the stats and take a look at them in a second, but just by hitting tab, I see Pancake with 4 dominations next time. Oof. That is quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have the scout above the medic or any player above the medic, that's certainly something that you have to watch out for.
All right, I'm gonna peek these logs. Let's see what we can find here. All right, here we go. I will drop them in the chat.
Oh, okay, pretty interesting. The Fletcher top damage, maybe a little surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the soldiers were definitely doing a lot on
Yeah.
all sides. But I mean, again, we already talked about Pancake. 22 and 6. He actually is no overheal is bottom deathing, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
13 and 4 on overheal, and then 22 and 6 on Pancake. So I mean, these scouts are just staying alive, and that's what you like to see.
Yeah.
I mean, both meds 8 deaths. Grape Juice with 2 drops, Pouncer with 1. Both medics have 8 Uber charges to their name as well. So, I mean,
The heals real close.
and yeah, look at the kills and the damage as well. Very, very close. Only 2 frag difference. So I think the score is certainly a little misleading in terms of how close this game is so far. Although I will say the other thing that stands out is 3 mid fights for Panty Raid and only 1 for Burnsiders.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, and I mean also as well, that round, or it just took Burnsiders a long time to capitalize on things. They did get the win eventually, but you do kind of want to see, mid-fight wins and the advantages that you gain from that then be leveraged into quick rounds. And overall, there were some just kind of either some desyncs or, like I said, just not the cleanest offensive Ubers in.
Right. So we just talked about like the medic stats and how we also previously mentioned that it just felt like Syntax was kind of killing Grape Juice at will. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at how many medic kills he had himself. Okay, he had 4, so half of the time, or half of Grape Juice deaths were to Syntax. So I feel like if Burnsiders can, I guess, tighten up the combo a little bit in the second half here and just protect Grape Juice a little bit more, they can absolutely fight their way back into this match. It's definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and somebody else pointing out from the logs, which is another interesting stat. I think some of it might come into factoring to the mid fights, but I think also factors into some of those other fights of Robo being at the top of the heal order, the pocket soldier for the Burnsiders, while while Omega Rusty a little bit lower on the heal order, and that is sort of what you see on the for the other side, that you have Pancake at the top and then their demo man.
32% for the combo scout.
yeah, that's quite a lot. But I mean, Overheal plays kind of a cautious pocket scout, style, and maybe that is the question. Like try to get a little bit more of those heals to Omega Rusty to make sure that he survives. But I think in some sense that is going down. He just had a few mid fights where he died kind of early from super fast aggression. So.
Yep. So I mean, outside of just Pancake popping off, and then a little bit of a struggle to keep their medic alive for Portland Burnsiders. I mean, these are pretty quick and easy adjustments to make at the halftime. So they can tighten that up, and I feel like second half they can get some more rounds on the board. But we'll just have to wait and see. So we are still in the halftime. Speeches being given out, the adjustments are being made, people are getting water, staying hydrated.
Very important. Yeah, I think it'll be a good half. I mean, TF2 is an interesting esport where sometimes things go kind of slow and sometimes things go very fast. But you're getting pre-game market gardeners, but we had some stalemates. We had some moments where things are tense, really balanced between the teams. Hopefully the Burnsiders can pick it up. Either way, 4-0 is not out of the realm of possibilities. But just got tightened up against Syntax and some of these other players.
Yep, but I mean, in the meantime, again, I really think for Red, as they have readied up, they just got to keep doing more or less what they've been doing. And then for Blue, just starts with mid fights and then ends with protecting Grape Juice a little bit more. That's the thing is always interesting, right? Is especially in a game that has halftime like this, like the team that's winning, I feel like is maybe not at a disadvantage, obviously, but like they don't have to make any adjustments, right? So they don't think that they have to change anything, whereas the team that's down rounds are the ones searching for new answers, trying to change things up. So it's those adjustments that are made by the losing team that can catch the other side off guard. So we're gonna see what kind of changes that the Burnsiders will make whenever the second half goes live.
Yeah, for sure. We'll you just never know.
It is never over until it is over.
I mean, yeah,
Especially with
momentum.
halftime.
Yeah, exactly. Momentum is a big deal on TF2, and it's kind of a fake concept, but it's also very real. I mean, I think that in our scrims in preseason, I kind of had that speech about, you know, like momentum is just kind of fake. Like there's just a mentality. Like if you lose a round in a minute 30, like that, there's literally nothing between that round and the next round that should affect you.
Right.
You know, right? Like
whether the round was like 90 seconds or 9 minutes, it really doesn't change anything.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't, you know, like, but like, yeah, it's really hard to like get pounded and then just be like, okay, this is just a completely fresh round. And I'll say that in scrims when I'm playing, whether it's a pug or with my team, you know, and we lose a round, you're like, all right, new round, you know, just throw everything else aside. But it can be rough, you know, but I think what you said is true about, you know, the team that is in the lead. They are a little bit more susceptible to that. And it's sort of a self-proving, you know, prophecy, because yeah, if they lose, then you're like, oh yeah, they gave up because they were the winning team. And if they win, you're like, yeah, they're going to win anyways. But certainly, you know, if you're up 3-1, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna get the first win of the season, and then like your next mid, you know, goes bad, and then someone's like, yeah, man, you need to focus, you know, and the team starts like picking at each other, then it's like it's gonna go downhill and it's gonna accelerate quickly.
All right, but here we go. The teams have readied up. We are going into the second half. You know the rules at BLANCTV. You are the MVP of the first half. You get the cam at the start of the second half. So all eyes are on Pancake. Let us see what this guy is cooking up as we roll into this next mid. I mean, again, Panty Raid have been winning the mid-fight war 3-1. They're going to start by losing Yanni, though. So Grape Juice was down to 14 health, so I'm assuming that's who he bombed. Robo's going to go down in retaliation. Syntax down as well. Now Pancake trying to play a little defense. Stuck in a corner, caught in a 1v1. Oh, down to 3 health. Oh, slithers away. And now, hits the revenge 2-shot onto Squish. But, you know, looks like those heroics are not going to matter. Tanline dying at the very end.
Well,
Pancake's going in.
Yeah, he's still looking for more heroics, but this time Overheal just slaps him down with the shotgun. It's just, no, not having any of that.
So that's just what the doctor ordered for the Burnsiders here. Grape Juice still alive. Mid cap going down. Full Uber charge advantage. They just got to be careful of any gremlins. I see a potential gremlin hiding out in Valley.
Yeah.
And here he goes.
Great timing on it. Oh, Grape Juice!
Oh, he had to pop.
Calculated that he was going to crater.
Was there no one with him there in choke when he got bombed?
Yeah, again, it was sort of awkward. You know, he was hesitant to walk all the way through, and just really good timing on walking around. The flank was just starting to scout Valley. They had just seen the player there, so as soon as he just spotted, he just went for choke, and Grape Juice still happened to be there.
All right, so big play from Yanni. That's gonna flip the Uber situation.
Watch Fletcher here, but
here we go. But the whole team's pushing into
him.
Nice little surf out of there. Well, the red Uber is expended, and they haven't gotten any kills yet. So okay, there goes over.
And Squish is going for last right now. He's fighting the scout. Oh, the soldier, excuse me, did get wall banged down.
Now Pancake pushing aggressively, caught between a demo and a soldier, but manages to slither away. Squish saying, I choke. But I mean,
Fletcher on the 4 health. Yeah, that's a rough one.
So now, I mean, Burnsiders can hold this aggressively. There comes the soldier aggression right onto Grape Juice. Oh, he gets air piped by Omega Rusty. And now the rest of Red has cascaded in. A bottle kill for him as well. I just got to keep it on this player's cam. He's making the magic happen. Although, you know, his team did give up their Uber advantage. Ooh, Fletcher trying to go in. Omega Rusty with the bomb. He dies to the stickies on the lighthouse.
Yeah,
classic trap.
Yeah, Death the Cats had gotten Fletcher at that same trap earlier this game, so he knows that Fletcher likes that side of the lighthouse. Had it prepared already.
And now this is a really awkward situation. Panty Raid just pushing through Cafe. They have full Uber charge advantage. They don't have to worry about stickies or pills or anything. They are working in. My teammate Creation telling me that there are no gremlins, and he invented the gremlin, so I guess I'll just have to take his word for it. I mean, Grape Juice 70%, so we did see Panty Raid give up a couple of pretty significant advantages in the first half. And That looks to be the case so far. No, they're starting to bully Valley a little bit, but I mean Fletcher has called them out, and the rest of Blue's just chilling. Grape Juice full uber charge, so time to find the Syntax can or the Yanni can.
Yeah, I think Yanni might be getting a buff here in a second. See if he heads in a cafe, does something cheeky. Syntax also buffed up though, so it is just about soldier time.
Here comes Yanni. He's flying in. Doesn't really get the best jump off first. Just gonna land right back in Valley, and no harm, no foul for either side there. Just a couple of rockets being exchanged. Oh, tan line going down.
Yeah, it doesn't seem Fletcher rotating back from the lower pack, so pretty easy rocket to the back there. Robo jumping through. Pretty good evasive maneuvers. Low health, but then we'll get out to the cafe pack. Chased all the way back.
Pretty much just a recycle of the situation here. Maybe Tanline gonna open things up with an off cross? No, probably just rinse and repeat with the soldier sack until you get something. The HRG tag bomb, as they say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is just kind of the tempo of Team Fortress in these scenarios. It is risky as the defensive team to kind of throw out that counter sack. Yanni gets banged a bit by the traps coming in. He's very low health. Grape Juice actually, yeah, nice serve from back of Lighthouse to Spire. Robo will get killed by Syntax, so 1-for-1. Squish kind of forward. The Demo Man gets shoved back. But yeah, Fletcher not going to commit in through choke. There is action back by Grape Juice. Grape Juice holding on to that Uber though.
That was terrifying. Ooh, Grape Juice hitting him, calling him bad. Trying to get an advantage in the psychological aspect of things. It was very spooky to see that soldier flying at him with the Market Gardener. But we're gonna see what happens now. I mean, again, no real advantage for any team. Although Portland Burnsiders looking to push the issue through the choke already. Robo taking Bell Tower control, looking to land right on top of this demo. Death to Cats goes down.
Yeah, Squish has as well, but the Uber charge out here for red team, and oh no, there goes Rusty. Grape Juice holding on as long as he can. We'll have to use here in a second. Might just be able to actually get an arrow on Robo. Fletcher has gone down. Grape Juice shoved backwards, very low health. They have a back cap going on. Yanni.
Oh no.
Burnsiders, yeah, now just figuring it out. Yanni still spamming out. Overheal kills him though. Squish is there. Grape Juice still has his Uber charge. They might need to use this just in this desperation fight over on 2. Oh, what? He drops! I don't know, did both scouts shoot him at once?
I think so, and I think he was only like 60 health, and so that is a really, really huge swing turn for the Panty raid here. They're gonna pick off 3 kills, no heals for Blue. I mean, Red doesn't have Uber, but they don't need it. They're actually just gonna wait. I'm very surprised by this. I would have assumed that they would have been guns blazing, pushing into last already, but instead, I mean, I guess they're playing it safe. I can't blame them. They're up 3-1. They're up huge Uber charge advantage. And, man, that was kind of rough between the back cap and then the Uber charge drop, and now you're stuck on last once again here.
Yeah, with the disad. It was another crisp back cap attempt for sure, off of what was a scrappy fight. I feel like I'd seen on Twitch some soldiers running Pain Train to do some cheeky plays like that recently. That wasn't the case there, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think he was on Pain Train.
No,
Sometimes
no.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like oh, okay, never mind. I'm gonna shelve that thought for later. Yeah, this Uber's in, but the Pyro just absolutely
Really
stuffing
them.
them.
Yeah, they just barely get a lick of Uber as they're walking out the door. Tan line though, able to just kind of bounce around. Death to Cats trying to just like blend into the architecture on top of that boiler. Just like, don't see me. Yanni on the left side. He's just gonna go
way.
For it. Okay, Robo is here. As I said, they need to make sure somebody's on that. He still almost gets it.
Alright,
Pick up 2 though.
A little bit scary, but Burnsiders will manage to hold it. They have picks.
Oh
and Uber
no, they
advantage.
still have to watch out for Syntax though. Syntax is looking for it. There's 3 stickies on point, but he's just gonna scatter them.
No.
Yeah. And yeah, Fletcher was forward. I think Robo was just gonna respawn. But yeah, you know, that's the risk there. You gotta clear every direction, and they went left, they went right. Nobody checking dungeon. Syntax slipping in there. This round, I don't think he was the one who got the kill on Grape Juice, but the back cap, pretty influential. Right now, Death to Cat's getting pushed into by Fletcher. Fletcher will go down though. Death to Cats hasn't gotten arrowed yet. There it is. He's healthy again. Omega Rusty on the other side. The Devil Man is weak. He's getting arrowed. Robo in trouble now. He will go down. Burnsiders, Grape Juice stuck in the corner, trying to get out in the valley. There's a scout there and a soldier. He's going to go down. Burnsiders in a rough situation now.
Just Overhill left alive, the only survivor, and this is match point here as Fletcher goes down again. Syntax on a 4K, and Pouncer coming up on that Uber charge real quick. 2 engineers. I don't think that's allowed. Okay, well, one of them switched off, so I'm assuming that's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And here comes this Uber. They are getting denied by the Pyro and Rockets once again, so Squish doing a really good job of just pretty much stuffing them in the corner.
Yeah. Pouncer getting taken out by the Sentry Gun after getting completely DC'd there. And yeah, Robo on Shutter. Interesting position. Soldier's trying to go into lower again, though. And this time getting tossed around by some sticky. Syntax will trade out with Overheal. Grape Juice and Fletcher on second. Doesn't look like there's anybody able to contest him.
Tanline's on Spy, excellent. Tanline is on the Spy. He won't get the back cap, that's for sure. But he is sneaking around in the valley area right now. He's watching the rest of the Portland Burnsiders walk through the choke. Ooh. All right. Oh, I hate to say this. Oh,
yeah,
he whiffs the stab. And Grape actually got an Uber Saw. And he gets a second one for the kill as well. So nicely done by him. But Syntax going for the market guard in there.
Oh,
and
he decides to hold it and pays the price.
Man. Alright, well, now mid is not going to go down for Burnsiders here. Panty raid. And Tanline's actually... Wait. Okay, I was like, why is Tanline on Spy again? But Fletcher trying to get the market grinder of his own. Oh, Omega Rusty with a double donk on the Pouncer.
So Yanni on the point. Overheal's chipping away at him. Yanni's on Bell Tower. He does have reinforcements coming in. Grape Juice trying to push this dry though with teammates. They do have a heal advantage. Tanline throwing in the air again though. The soldier kind of jumping past other people. Syntax will get cleaned up though. So Burnsider's in a good position to take this point. Tanline looking to do the well, possibly do some ambushing from Valley, but he will back up.
Alright, so I mean a little bit of a foothold here now for the Burnsiders. I mean they're gonna cap up mid. They have big boy advantage to waltz into second if they so choose. And Omega Rusty is posting up for it. His soldier friend has bombed in first. He's called out the location of the red heels. Fletcher has 6 health, just chill. Oh, and the sniper kills Grape Juice. Was that in forwards? I completely missed where that sniper was, but Grape Juice going down there. No more heals for the Burnsiders. They aren't even able to get their paws onto second here as Red is just posted up aggressively. Robo going down behind enemy lines. I think Eckstein is muted, but don't worry, he'll be back shortly, or whenever, no rush, as we see Pancake now walking in through the choke. Syntax takes Bell Tower right away. I mean, ×5 on the cap. Here comes the demo bomb. Omega Rusty. Is he getting out? Oh, he's getting out. Dude, he has been all over the field tonight. Yeah. Jumping around and just staying alive, too. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, some wacky positions, being behind, getting out, making plays. He was spawn camping in the first half. Squish looking to find Yanni and Valley. Will instead trade out there. Overcharge has been used by Panty Raid. Fletcher very far behind, trying to wrap in through choke here.
Oh, free demo pick. Unless?
I should get that. Doesn't get the scout though afterwards. And the team won't really be able to do a whole lot with that. Syntax was pressuring last, pushed out though.
Yeah, this might be a very, what's the word, anxious push here out of the Burnsiders. You do have advantage, but you are trying to get off your own last, and you have been back capped multiple times before. Here comes the soldier bomb at the choke, will get cleaned up. Grape Juice only taking about 80 damage. Are there any other potential flankers going for last? It looks like all the doors have been called, and the Tanline trying to sneak in the dungeon. Will get cleaned up, though the Uber does get used. So, I mean, Pancake and Pouncer are just sitting on mid. Here comes Omega Rusty with the bomb. He's just going to get cleaned up by Pancake. No heroics for the blue demo man this time. But blue just continuing to walk in aggressively. Pouncer playing it very, very safe at their own choke. 50 health is forced to pop. And now Pancake's on the prowl looking for grape juice. Will manage to get it with the tail end of that Uber.
Yeah, Fletcher was hoping for an arrow by Tetris as well. The arrow just barely missed. Fletcher still managed to trade out though. I didn't see how grape juice went down, but it looked like it was Pancake got the kill there.
Got chased into his own choke from the Ubered scout. So unfortunately, not much you can do there as of now.
Right.
I mean, the good news, at least, the silver lining is that the advantage is only about 25%. And we have seen Red give up ads of this, of this amount. Of course, it helps that they are up 3 rounds and, in position to take last here. But
right.
Regardless, NG coming out for the Burnsiders. No other off-class in sight. Got to imagine this will settle right back into a stalemate. It's going to be on these Red soldiers to potentially put the exclamation point on tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what they could get done here. Yanni just kind of poking over from lower right side. Syntax looking to go in from top right. But it also looks like they're pushing left side with Ubercharge. Level 2 sentry gun on the side of the point. It's going to go down. Scout standing on it. There's stickies. They got to get on the point though to stop it. The pain train soldier Yanni coming in. Puts the ×4. And that's going to end the game.
Wow. All right. So there you have it. You just watched Panty raid at 10:30 defeat the Portland Burnsiders 5-1. Again, let me be clear. I feel like the score was very misleading in terms of how close the actual game itself was. I just feel like a couple of mistakes on the Burnsiders side regarding protecting their own medic. And then the back caps. That's honestly the bigger story, I feel like, next time. The back caps from Red were just devastating for Blue.
Yeah, for sure. And, we had a substitute stepping in on Flank Scout. Shout out to Squish for stepping in. But, Bot Boy, he had a solid game tonight. But also, the chemistry not super there yet. As, unfortunately some mistakes tonight. And, it's okay. We're still growing and expecting another tough main division this season. So
there's still 14 matches to go, so plenty of time to continue to work on your game. But I feel like regardless, this was a great showing, great match to cast. We saw big plays from Omega Rusty, we saw big plays from Syntax, the flankers from Red. Pancake, I gotta say, I mean, I didn't know who he was before tonight. I do now, because that was quite a performance by the Panty Raid Pocket Scout. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to close out on, Mr. Eckstein?
Shout out to Fletcher Spoons. Shout out to my boy Grape Juice. Shout out to Overheal as well. Of course, all of our subs that stepped in for us, Bot Boy and Squish, Omega Rusty, new on the team, but was pounding today. And shout out to Rain of Light, who couldn't make it. And then shout out to Lacrama as well, who's captaining our IM team, the B-Siders.
Hell yeah, that's what we're talking about. But like I said, that's going to be pretty much it for me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. More BLANCTV in the future, as always. You know it. I've been doing it for every season of RGL. That ain't going to stop. So thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs, Crazian. And thank you for hanging out with us. So this was Terry and Eckstein, and this will be BLANCTV signing off. Have a good night, everyone. Drink lots of water, wash your hands, get good sleep, etc., etc. You know the drill.
Peace out.